Hi friends, in my previous video I explained about the topics like short circuit and overloading, fuse wire and filament. So now in this video I want to explain regarding the problems, numerical problems related to the resistance, problems related to resistance. So we are going to learn all the problems, different problems related to the resistance R. So this is the first problem here. Problem number 1. A wire of length 1 meter. A wire of length 1 meter. Radius 0.1 millimeter. Radius is 0.1 mm. Of resistance 100 ohms. Resistance is 100 ohms. Then we have to find its resistance. We have to find its resistivity or specific resistance. So before going to solve the problem, we need to write the given information. Given that. So from the question we can write length L equal to 1 meter and radius R equal to 0.1 mm. So you should remember one thing here, when we are going to solve the problem, we have to check whether all the given values are there in SI system or not. So here meter is okay SI system, but radius is in millimeters. So we need to convert this millimeters into meters. So here we know that 1 meter equal to 1000 millimeters. So then 1 millimeter equal to how many meters? 1 by 1000 meter. So that means 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. So we can write 0.1. So 1 millimeter equal to how many meters? 1 by 1000. It's nothing but 10 to the power of minus 3. 0.1 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. So the conversion is completed. So now we can write the form here. 0.1 means 1 by 10. 1 by 10 means 10 to the power of minus 1. 10 to the power of minus 1 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Finally we get 10 to the power of minus 4 meters. So this is the radius of the wire. So now we have length and radius and resistance is given. Resistance how much? R equal to 100 ohms. So this is a given information. So we need to find out resistivity rho we should find. So we have a formula for specific resistance. We know that specific resistance rho equal to R into A by L. R into A by L. Rho equal to R A by L. So we have that formula here. So we have resistance 100 ohms. Cross section area is not there here. Only we have radius and length is there. Again we need to find area of the wire. So here wire is in the form of cylinder. So we need to find out this cross section area A. Cross section area is nothing but in the form of circle. So what is the area of circle here? Area of circle is equal to pi r square. So here pi. Radius how much? What is the radius here? Radius equal to 10 to the power of minus 4. Again square. What we can write? Pi into 10 to the power of minus 8 meter square. So that is the area. So now we got all the values. Just we should substitute all these values in the particular formula here. So rho equal to R means 100. 100 means what we can write? 100 means 10 to the power of 2 we can write. 100 instead of 100 I am going to write in the powers. It is very easy to solve the problem. So next what is the cross section area here? Area equal to pi into 10 to the power of minus 8. Right. So what is the value of length? Length equal to 1 meter. Simply 1. So now we have to simplify this one. Rho equal to, first we need to add the powers. So in denominator nothing is there. Pi into 10 minus 8 plus 2. What will you get? Minus 6. Pi into 10 to the power of minus 6. What is the SI unit of resistivity? Ohm meter. We know that pi equal to 22 by 7. So 22 by 7 is nothing but if we divide 22 with 7 we will get 3.14. Instead of pi we can write 3.14 into 10 to the power of minus 6 ohm meter hours. So in this way we have to solve the problem related to the resistance. So now we will see the second problem. Let's see the second problem here. So second problem is here. If resistance of a body is 1 lakh ohms, 1 lakh ohms, find the current flows through the body. We have to find the current flows through the body when you touch 12 volts of battery. When you touch the 12 volts of battery. So again in solution we need to write given that. So So what are the given values here? First we have resistance R equal to 1 lakh ohms. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 lakh ohms. So instead of this, just simply we can write 10 to the power of 5 ohms. We should find the current. We should find I equal to question mark. Again we have potential difference. V equal to 12 volts. So we got resistance and potential difference. With the help of these two components, we need to find out the value of I. So we know that according to Ohm's law, from Ohm's law, we have V equal to RI. We have V equal to RI. So what we can write from this, I equal to V by R. So now I am going to substitute the values here. V means 12. Resistance R equal to 10 to the power of 5. So then finally what I can write here, if it go to upside, it becomes negative. So I equal to, current equal to 12 into 10 to the power of minus 5 amperes. So that is the answer. So I equal to 12 into 10 to the power of minus 5 amperes. So this is the second problem, its solution. So now we will discuss about the third problem. Let's go for the third problem. So this is a statement of third question here. A uniform wire of resistance 100 ohms. So we have resistance, its initial resistance is melted. It is melted and recast into wire. Recast into another wire. It is melted and recast into, it is made into another wire of length. Wire of length double that of original. So now we have a uniform wire here. Initially its resistance is 100 ohms. Again it is melted and recast into another wire. So this second wire, after the recastation, its length becomes double that of the original wire. So now in this case we need to find its resistance. We need to find the new resistance after the recast. So first of all we need to write the information. So in this problem we have the relation between length and resistance. We have the relation between length and resistance and area, its thickness also. When the length is going to change, its automatically cross-section area also will change. So we have in this problem we have the relation between resistance, length and area. So that principle we have to take here. Before that, first given information. Given that. So what is the initial resistance? R1. It is considered as 100 ohms. So based on this we need to find R2. So we are assuming that initial length L1 equal to L. We don't know the length, so we should assume that L1 equal to L. So we know L2. So what is the next length after the recast of the particular wire? Double the initial length. Double the length means, so initial length is L. So double means 2 into L. So again, initial cross section area is A. It is assumed as A. So when the length of the wire becomes double, its cross section area or its thickness is going to be decreased. When the length becomes double, its area becomes half. So A2, after the recastation of the wire, its cross section area A2 becomes A by 2. All of you understand? When length becomes double, its thickness will decrease. When the thickness is decreasing, cross section area also decreasing. So when the length becomes double, cross section area becomes half. So that is the logic we have to use here. So we know that the relation between resistance, length and area. So it's simply R is directly proportional to L by A. We have to use this formula. Why? Because resistance is directly proportional to length, inversely proportional to area. So this equation, we can write this equation as R1 by R2 equals to L1 by L2 into A2 by A1. We can write. So why? Because length is directly proportional, area is inversely proportional. So directly proportional means 1, 1. Inversely means 1, 2. So here directly proportional means 2, 2. Length regarding length 2, 1. So in this way we can write the equation here. So just we need to substitute the values. R1 equal to how much here? 100. So we need to find R2. It is completed. LHS is completed. LHS is completed. L1 equal to L. L2 equal to how much? 2L. Into. So A2 equal to how much? A by 2. A by 2. A1 equal to how much? A. So now we need to derive the equation. We get the answer very easily. So So first LHS is 100 by R2. L gets cancelled. So if we consider this particular equation, this term, so if we consider this term, rearrange this term, a by 2 is there, by a by 1. So if we rearrange this one means a by 2 into cross multiplication reciprocal 1 by a. So a gets cancelled. What is the remaining component? 1 by 2. A gets cancelled. What will get here? L gets cancelled. Here 1 by 2. And here also we will get a by 2 by a by 1. If we rearrange this particular equation, one will go to outside. The denominator part is a. A gets cancelled. Get 1 by 2 here also. 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. So next part we get here. So 100 by R3 equal to 1 by 4. So if we do the cross multiplication, here I am going to do here. If we do the cross multiplication between these two, so then finally what will get here? So 4 into 100. 4 into 100 equals to R2. So it becomes R2 equal to 400 ohms. So what is the final value? 400 ohms. That means resistance is increases by resistance of the wire after the recapitulation, it increases by 4 times. So why? Because length becomes double, cross section area becomes half. So we know that from very well resistance is directly proportional to length. So when the length becomes double, resistance also becomes double. And resistance is inversely proportional to cross section area. So when area becomes half, resistance becomes double. So 2 into 2, 4 times. Resistance increases by 4 times. So this is the solution of this problem. Thank you. And next we will go for the fourth question, fourth problem. Okay friends, now we have one more different question related to the resistance of a wire. So here, first of all, we need to try to understand the question. The question is here, a wire of resistance 50 ohms. So initial resistance of a wire is 50 ohms. Is cut into 5 equal parts. It is this particular wire, for example, we consider this is a wire. We don't know its exact length. First, its initial resistance is R1 equal to 50 ohms. So then what is saying here? It is cut into 5 equal parts. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is cut into 5 equal parts. So this is part 1. I will consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is made into 5 equal parts. Length will be, it is divided into 5 equal lengths. Length is divided into 5 equal parts. So here again, these parts are connected in parallel. Again, this how many parts we have? 5 parts. So these parts are now connected in parallel. After the connection, after the parallel combination, we need to find the total resistance. So this is the question. We need to analyze the question here. First, initial resistance of the wire R1 equal to 50 ohms. It is cut into 5 equal parts. So length is divided into 5 equal parts. Already we know that one resistance is directly proportional to length. So when length is divided into 5 parts means what here? Resistance is also divided into 5 parts. So now what is the resistance of each part? Total resistance is 50 ohms. Up to here 50 ohms. So then it is divided into 5 equal parts means what is the resistance of each part? 10 ohms, 10 ohms, 10 ohms, 10 ohms, 10 ohms. So now resistance of each part. So this part is considered small r, is nothing but how much we will get? 10 ohms. So now the resistance of each part is 10 ohms. So we have 5 equal resistors of resistance 10 ohms after they are divided into 5 equal parts. So then after they are dividing, what they are doing here, these parts are connected in parallel. Again these 5 parts are connected in parallel. So that means how many number of resistors we are getting? Number of resistors n equal to 5. So what is the resistance of each part? 10. So how they are connected here? In parallel. So in parallel, total resistance RT equal to what do we have? So here resistance of each part is same. When the resistance is same, we have a principle to find the total resistance in parallel combination. So it's nothing but R by N. So that means resistance of each part by number of resistors R by N. So then what we get here? 10. Resistance of each part is 10. How many resistors we have? 5. So 5 under 5 total. So then what we get? 2 ohms. So after these 5 parts are connected in the parallel combination, the final resistance is given by 2 ohms. So that is the answer for this question here. Just when we are going to solve these kind of problems, analyze the question, try to understand the question, then do it in a proper way, you will get the answer. Okay friends, we have one more question here. The statement is 2 resistors of resistance 6 ohms, 6 ohms are connected in series. 6 ohms, 6 ohms, these 2 resistors are connected in series. Now I am going to draw the diagram here. So this is one resistor, this is one resistor. Each one of resistance 6 ohms. They are connected in series. Up to here completed. So next, and 12 ohm resistor is connected in parallel to these 2 resistors. So here 12 ohm, one more resistance is there here. Resistor is there. Its resistance is 12 ohm. It is connected parallel to these 2 resistors. So that means, so this is the one more resistor. I will consider its resistance is 6 ohms. So this particular, here this resistance is 12 ohms. This 12 ohm resistor is connected in parallel to these 2 resistors. So now we should find their total resistance. So this is the diagram. So whenever, if we want to solve these kind of questions, first of all we should convert the theory into diagram, circuit diagram. So then we get the answer very easy. So now it becomes very easy, you know that very well. So here from this diagram it is very clear. It is clear you know that these 6 ohms, 6 ohms, these 2 resistors are in series. So here their total resistance how much here? So in case of series connection, in series, so we know that total resistance is sum of the individual resistors. So that means 6 plus 6. How much it becomes? 12 ohms. So now we need to redraw this diagram here between the effective resistance of these 2 resistors becomes 12 ohms. Right. So again, it is only one resistance. We need to write as this A and B. So 12 ohms, 12 ohms. So now these 2 resistors are connected in what? They are in parallel. They are connected in parallel. So we know that one in case of parallel combination, if we find 2 resistors or 3 resistors, whatever, more than one resistor, if they are having same resistance, the principle becomes resistance between AB, it becomes R by N. So here R means 12. So how many number of resistors are there? 1 and 2. So that means N equal to 2. So instead of N we need to substitute 2. So what we get here? 2 on the 2 6. So then we will get RAB equal to how much? 6 ohms. So the total resistance of the combined resistance of these 3 resistors becomes how much here? 6 ohms. RAB equal to 6 ohms. So in this way we will get the answer. So in case of the problems which are related to the resistance or effective resistance and resistors, this we need to analyze the question, draw the circuit diagram. So from the circuit diagram we need to conclude that how many resistors are connected in series, how many resistors are connected in parallel. According to the series and parallel combination, we have to use a suitable formula and substitute the values in that formula. Then you will get the answer without any mistake. So in this way we will get the answers. Thank you friends. Thank you for listening my class here. Thank you everyone. Please subscribe the channel here. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Learn the concept properly here. And when we are going to listen when we are going to listen my classes, please use the headphones. Then the voice will be clear. Then you can understand everything. Use headphones when we are listening the class. Thank you everyone. Thank you.